Germany vs Slovakia. A goal feast in the Mannschaft to the 2026 World Cup. The German national team managed to crush Slovakia in the final match day of Group A of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers in the UEFA zone. De Mannschaft poured out 6 goals without reply through Nick Waltmate in the 18th minute. Canabry in the 29th minute. Leroy Sane in the 36th minute. Sane's second goal in the 41st minute. Rydal Baku in the 67th minute. And Hassan Ouedraogo in the 79th minute. This result puts Germany at the top of Group A with 15 points and qualifies for the 2026 World Cup. Inter Milan is confirmed not to extend Yann Somar's contract. Inter Milan has reportedly made a final decision regarding the future of their veteran goalkeeper Yann Sommer, and the club will not extend his contract. Sommer's contract is due to expire in June next year. The club is already actively looking for a younger replacement. The club's policy is now focused on long-term investment in the goalkeeping position. Despite arriving at the club in the twilight of his playing career, the Swiss star has been a model of consistency. Cherki discussing his targets at Manchester City. Manchester City star Ryan Cherki outlined the targets he wants to achieve with the Citizen. After deciding to leave Olympique Lyon in the 2025 summer transfer window, Cherki admitted to being an old-school footballer who enjoyed football more than statistics. He also emphasized that he wanted to write his own story at Manchester City without having to be under the shadow of a club legend. Hooray! Barcelona at Camp Nou this weekend. Good news for Barcelona. The Catalan club has been granted permission to play at Camp Nou again this weekend. They will play at Camp Nou against Athletic Club on Saturday, November 22nd. This match begins a busy period for Barcelona, which will visit Chelsea in the Champions League next week, followed by 2 consecutive home games against La Roja and Atletico Madrid. Manchester United is targeting Tchouaméni. Manchester United is preparing a major transition in the midfield sector, with Real Madrid's Aurelien Tchouaméni emerging as the leading candidate to replace Casemiro. With Casemiro's contract nearing its expiration and salary talks still pending, United sees the French midfielder as the ideal figure to lead the midfield in the next era. Harry Kane PD England wins the 2026 World Cup. Harry Kane confirmed that England is one of the favourites to win the 2026 World Cup after his brace helped the Lions win 2-0 over Albania. In recent years, England has appeared as a finalist in 2 consecutive European Championships and reached the quarter-finals of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. With the squad's increasingly stable performance, Ken is now more confident in his country's chances of bringing home football. His father ensures Florian WHC does not regret joining Liverpool. Florian West had many club options when he decided to leave Bayern Leverkusen in the last summer transfer window. Many predicted the German national team player would move to Bayern Munich, but he instead chose DS in a transfer deal worth up to £116 million. However, speaking to Kickers, the father of the Reds, number 7, Hans-Joachim Ried, emphasized that his son has no regrets at all. This is MU's new recruit who impressed Sir Alex Ferguson. Former Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson chooses who is the Red Devils' best recruit in 2025 this. The legendary coach chose Sen Lemons as a recruit who successfully impressed him. Sir Alex did not hesitate to praise Senny Lemons, assessing the goalkeeper's real impact on the MU defense. The goalkeeper is said to be able to show impressive performance even though he has not played long with the Red Devils. That is why Alex is very impressed with Lemons' performance. The Netherlands vs Lithuania won late for the Orange Lions to qualify for the 2026 World Cup. The Dutch national team secured a place in the 2026 World Cup finals. This was after the Orange Lions crushed Lithuania 4 goals without reply through TN Render's actions in the 16th minute. Cody Gakpo in the 58th minute. Safi Simon in the 60th minute. And Donny Malen in the 62nd minute. This result made the Netherlands finish top of Group G with 20 points. The ticket to the final round was also successfully secured by Ronald Koeman's troops. Waiting for Benzema's fate. Karim Benzema could potentially leave Al Ittihad on a free transfer as his contract expires in June. I don't know yet whether I will stay or go. My contract expires in June and it depends on many factors, said the striker. We'll see what happens next year, added Benzema. The question now is, where will Benzema go next? Ivan Perisic reached a historic milestone. Ivan Perisic again recorded a brilliant achievement in Croatian football history. He officially made his 150th international appearance in the match against Montenegro. A monumental achievement for one of the most consistent and influential figures of his generation. The burden is finally gone. The Norwegian national team will return to the World Cup stage next year. Norway had previously been absent from the event for 28 years. Norwegian striker Erling Haaland also felt relieved. The burden on his shoulders was finally lifted. Social media was suddenly filled with posts claiming to be the provisional results of the 2025 Puskas Award voting. The name of Indonesian national team defender Rizky Ridho was even mentioned as the leader above competitors such as Barcelona star Lamine Yamal and Arsenal player Declan Rice. However, according to official FIFA rules and mechanisms, the voting results will not be completed until December 3rd. FIFA has not released the data. Lisandro Martinez will make his comeback at MU this week. There is good news for Manchester United. Their back Lisandro Martinez has reportedly been given the green light to make a comeback in the Red Devils squad. MU initially did not want to rush Martinez into their team. They slowly built up the defender's fitness so that he was truly fit to play. Martinez's condition is reportedly getting fitter after he recently trained with the Argentine national team, so he is reportedly ready to play this week with the Red Devils' main team. Good news for Real Madrid. Medical tests confirmed that Dean Hudson did not suffer a serious injury after leaving the Spanish national team training camp. In addition to Kylian Mbappé and Eduardo Camavinga are also confirmed to be ready to play ahead of Real Madrid's next match, after the international Cheta. Rizky Ridho leads the 2025 Puskas Award voting. Luis de la Fuente urges Larroa to remain humble. Spanish national team coach Luis de la Fuente urged his team to remain humble despite having just set a new record of 30 consecutive matches without defeat. Larroa is in incredible form and is considered one of the main favorites to win the 2026 World Cup. Bellingham's critics are just looking for a sensation. Arsenal legend Ian Wright has strongly defended England star Jude Bellingham, who has once again been in the spotlight for his on-field behavior while playing for the Lions against Albania. Wright believes the critics are simply sensationalizing the situation, are personal, and baseless. They need to create controversy because they have nothing else to talk about until the World Cup. So things like this will continue to happen, said W. Complete results of the European Zone World Cup qualifiers today. Malta lost 2-3 to Poland. The Czech Republic celebrated goals against Gibraltar. Northern Ireland won 1-0 over Luxembourg. Montenegro lost 2-3 to Croatia. Martinez rejects the notion that Portugal is stronger without Ronaldo. Portugal national team coach Roberto Martinez rejected the notion that his team is stronger without Cristiano Ronaldo after crushing the Armenian national team. CR7 was absent due to a scoring suspension after being sent off in the match against Ireland. Ronaldo received a straight red card after elbowing an Irish player of Ocean descent. No, we are better with Ronaldo. I think the important thing is to have all the key players, said Martinez. Antony has a mentality like Ronaldo. Antony is shining again with Real Betis. Real Betis defender Marc Bartra compared Antony to iconic Portuguese players Cristiano Ronaldo and Neymar. Bartra explained Antony's rise with Real Betis, firstly related to his playing style in the Spanish league. Then, Antony's mentality is as strong as former Real Madrid superstar Cristiano Ronaldo. What's wrong with the Italian players' mentality? Gianluigi Donna is confused by the fragile mentality of the Italian national team. He doesn't even know what caused his team to collapse so easily. This statement came after Italy was thrashed 14 times by Norway in San Siro in a 2026 World Cup qualifier. Even though the Azzurri had led 1-0 in the first half. The Manchester City goalkeeper deeply regretted his team's reaction, especially after they conceded the equalizer. He considered it normal to concede against a strong team. But what was unusual was the way they collapsed afterward.